Okay, good morning. Good morning. Let's do this. Standing at the back, feet hip width apart. Take a nice big deep breath. Reach the arms all the way up to the ceiling. And then we're going to lower them, fold the body halfway down, keep the arms by your side. And then all the way back up with the arms, reaching, lifting through the shoulders, trying to get taller, right? And then take them back by your side, fold halfway down. Keep the belly drawing up and into the spine and your legs nice and straight. Come back up, reach for the ceiling. And swan dive at this time all the way down. Let your head go, just chill out here for some nice deep breaths. Now we're going to inhale, big deep breath, extend the spine. And then reverse it, come all the way back up, reach for the ceiling. Now bring your hands to heart. I just want you to pick up your left foot. Circle the ankle. Change your direction. And then point and flex it. And then let's do the same on the opposite leg. Lift it nice and high. Big circles. Go the other way. Point and flex. And then put it down. Feet hip width apart. Sweep the arms all the way up. We're going up and over to one side, and then up and over to the other. Really trying to lift up and out of your hips. Lift those shoulders. Just kind of gently sway side to side. And then let the arms go. Big sway. Swing them. Whatever you need to do to loosen up. Okay, another big deep breath. Swan dive it all the way down. And this time we're going to walk out to plank and take it right into a downward facing dog. So keep the legs nice and long. Trying to drive the heels towards the floor. Now let's come up on the tippy toes. And then come back to plank. Step your knees in so they're under the hips. You're in bear. And from here, small downward facing dog. Heels now down on the floor. Legs nice and straight. Lift up onto the tippy toes. Come back into bear. And put the knees down. We're going to do a quick transition here into some cat-cows. Find your breath as you start. Nice and slow. And on this last one, get the spine nice and neutral. You're going to extend the left arm out nice and long and the right leg back. And then let's switch sides. You want to be nice and strong through your core so the body doesn't shift. You want to stay square with the hips. Switch sides again. And again. Nice. Now from your quadruped position, you're going to come onto the tops of your feet. Open your knees up. And have a seat on those heels. And then take the hands to the corners of the front of the mat. Lower the chest towards the floor. Arms are long. Nice big deep breaths.
Okay, come back onto all fours. Bring your knees back in so they're hip width. Tuck the toes under. We're gonna meet in a small downward facing dog. Now walk your hands back to the feet, full forward fold. Inhale, extend the spine. Reverse it, come all the way back up, reach for the ceiling. Bring your hands to heart. You're gonna take one big step forward with the left foot. Sweep the arms up. They don't need to be together. If it feels better for you to have them wider, separate at the top. It's all good. You just really want to feel a nice stretch in this front hip. So let's elevate the heel a little higher if you can. Keeping a nice little bend in that left leg. And now we're going to slowly lower the arms to the floor. You're going to step it back to plank. We're going to do a nice little hover and go straight to your up dog. If your knees on the floor, we're just starting to warm up. Draw the belly button up and in towards the spine. Tuck the toes under, you're back in a downward facing dog. Walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Full forward fold. Inhale, extend the spine. Reverse it, come all the way back up. Sweep the arms up. Bring your hands to heart, stepping forward this time with the right foot. Nice and high on your back heel. Palms come up. Stay here for a few nice big deep breaths. And now take the arms all the way down, nice and slowly. Meet me back in your high plank. And from here, we're going to a down dog. Really try to get those heels pushing towards the floor. Now we're going to take baby steps with our feet forward to the hands. Inhale, extend, you're at the front of the mat. Reverse it, come all the way back up. Nice long arms reaching up. And now swan dive it down. Put the hands on the floor, step back to plank. Do a nice little hover. And then take it to up dog. From here, you're going to send those hips all the way back over the heels. Nice long arms as you lower your chest towards the floor. Come back up, bring the wrists underneath the shoulders. Give me some nice slow cat-cows. This time, as you arch the back, send the hips back a little bit. And then come forward. And then just do it 3 or 4 more times, nice and slow. Okay, let's lift those knees 1 inch off the floor. Hold your bear just for a couple of breaths. And you're in your down dog. Feet are going to walk towards the hands, so you're in the front part of the mat. Inhale, extend. Reverse it, come all the way back up. Reach up. Bring your hands to heart. We're going to step the right leg backwards. Try to get up on the toes. And I want you to give me a nice big forward lean. So let's give ourselves a nice bend in this front leg. And then send the arms out in front. Try to lift that heel up a little higher in the back. Bring the arms by your side. Now you've got a nice proud chest. Sweep the arms up and send them back. So inhale, lift. Exhale, sweep back. Nice, easy pace that feels comfortable for you. Okay, let's take the hands to bring your front foot down to the floor. Step back to plank. Give me a nice little hover. Take it to your up dog. Tuck the toes under, meet me in your high plank. Take it to a down dog. Baby steps forward with the feet to the front. Inhale, extend. Come all the way back up. Bring your hands to heart. Step the left leg back this time. Big step back there. Lean in. Nice good bend in this right leg. Send the arms out. So you're trying to touch the front of the room. Sweep them back. And this time send them all the way up. And back. Just pair this with your breathing. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Now let's take the hands to the floor, step back to your plank. We're gonna meet in a down dog. Child's pose is always an option if you need a little break. Let's lift the left leg up. Put it back down, switch. Right leg lifts. Put it down, back to the leg. Left one, up. Open your hip this time. Put it down, do the same with the right. Lift and open. And back to the left. You're gonna lift and open. Now you're gonna bend at the knee. Try to get the knee up a little higher. Big activation of the glute. Switch legs. Put that foot down, come back to your high plank. Do that nice little hover and take it to up dog. Nice, easy breathing here. Lower the chest back down. Palms come off the floor, lift your chest off the floor. Drive that belly up and in. Breathing in and out through the nose. Keep your neck long so your face is looking down. Lift your elbows a little higher. Squeeze them in towards each other. Just breathe. Now, hands to the floor. Press yourself up. Tuck the toes under, maybe in your high plank. And back to downward facing dog. Child's pose is always an option. We're going to stay here for 5 deep breaths. Walk your feet forward to the hands. Inhale, extend the spine. Reverse it, come all the way back up, reach the arms straight up to the ceiling. Bring your hands to heart, step your right leg back. Now this time, you're gonna lift the arms up, get them nice and long. Your shoulders are over your hips. We're gonna drive that back heel down towards the floor. And then back up onto your tippy toes of the back foot. Push it down nice and slowly. And then lift it up. And do it one more time. Bring your hands to heart. You're gonna bend your front leg and lean forward. From here, we're gonna come up off your back foot, lift that leg, and lower the body till the torso is parallel to the floor. Warrior 3, if it's there for you, send the arms out. You're balancing on the one leg. Keep your hips nice and square. Now come back up to standing. Nice big deep breath. Bring your hands to heart. You're going to send your left leg back this time. Arms up. I get nice and high on the tippy toes and slowly send that heel back down. Nice. Now bring your hands to heart. Give me a big forward lean. Bend that right leg. So you gradually add weight to the right leg. Then you lift the back foot off the floor. Parallel to the floor with the body and send the arms out in front if you can. Just hold here and breathe. And come back up to standing. Big deep breath. Swan dive all the way down. Just relax in this full fold with the arms crossed for 3 or 4 nice big deep breaths. Release the hands to the floor, step back to your high plank. Now scoot your feet back a little bit so your wrists are in front of the shoulders. We're going to work our lats a little bit here. So keep the shoulders broad and pulling back. Scoot the feet a little further back if you can. Just a lot of work for the side body when those arms are way up in front of the shoulders. Just hold here and breathe a few more deep breaths. Now tippy toe those feet back, bring your shoulders over the wrists. You're in your normal high plank and right to a down dog. Walk feet forward to the hands. Inhale, extend the spine. Shift your hips back, walk the fingers forward. Little tug of war, nice little stretch. Take big, deep breaths. And then pull it down. Roll yourself up 1 vertebrae at a time. Nice. Cut out that chest, sweep the arms up. Bring your hands to heart, step your right leg back. Give me a nice forward lean. We're going to rotate both shoulders to the left. And then we're going to come back. Do that 2 more times, nice and slow. So you can really get as much range of motion in each time as possible. Okay, send those arms out in front. Your knee in the front is right over the ankle. You're up on the tippy toes of the back foot. Take the hands down, step back to your plank. Do a nice little hover and go right to your up dog. Toes tuck under, down dog. Baby steps with your feet all the way to the front. Inhale, extend the spine. Walk the fingertips out, send the hips back. Fold down. Roll up one vertebrae at a time. Take a nice deep breath, reach the arms up. Bring your hands to heart, step your left leg back. Big step. Lean in. Rotating now to the right. Nice and slowly. Go all the way, then come back. Let's do that a few more times. Once you come back and the shoulders are nice and square, send the arms forward like you're trying to touch the front of your room. Right knee over ankle. Barely any weight in that left leg. Palms down, step back to plank. You're back to your down dog for 5 deep breaths. Look forward to plank. Hover all the way down to the floor. And this time we come up on our forearms in baby cobra. Draw the belly in. Try to keep the shoulders broad and proud out the chest. Pushing away from the floor through your forearms. Take a few more deep breaths. Okay, lower the chest back down. Hands are right beside the chest. You're going to press yourself up with your toes tucked under to your up dog. We're going to come up with the hips into plank. Stay here for a breath or two. And now you're in your down dog. Come back to plank. We're going to do pigeon stretch. So you're going to take your your right foot up behind the left hand. Slowly come on down onto your forearms. You want to try to scoot that left leg back and stay off of the right hip. So you're trying to press your left hip flexor towards the floor. Now, if it is there for you, you can rest your forehead down, send the arms forward, take some nice deep breaths. Yeah, let's come back onto the forearms. Tuck those toes under in the back. You're going to press up through your hands back to your plank. When you get to plank, send yourself to a down dog. Pushing both heels towards the floor. And float back to plank. This time, left foot behind the right hand. Scoot that right leg back. Come on down slowly. When you're ready, you can relax the head down. Just take nice deep breaths. Okay, back up onto the forearms, then your palms. We're gonna scoot the back leg forward. Both heels to the corners of the front of the mat. Sitting up nice and tall, arms out in front. We're gonna send it down C curve, one vertebrae at a time. Nice and slowly. Then once you're down, let the head relax, send the arms back. Bring the arms forward to the floor, step your feet in towards your butt. We're gonna tilt the pelvis up. And then reverse it. Just keep going, tilting up and then folding it forward. Okay, extend the legs all the way down again. Send those arms all the way backwards. You're nice and flat on the shoulder blades. Want you to connect your palms back there and interlock the fingers. And then slowly bring the arms up and forward, all the way down so your forearms are on your hips. And then send it back slowly again. Try to see if you can get part of those hands touching the floor, and then you're going to come back slowly forward. And one more time. Going back nice and slowly. And then come back for the last time. You're going to lift your head, lift those shoulder blades, and roll yourself up. And take that upper body between the legs for a nice stretch. Take some nice deep breaths. Try to keep your feet flexed and the back of the knees pushing down towards the floor. Okay, sit yourself up. You're going to tuck your right foot inside the left leg. We're going to walk it out, spine long, just in the beginning. And then when you can, forearms down, let your head go, flex your spine. Try to stay square with your hips. See if you can inch out a little further. And then walk it back up. Send that leg out to the corner. And bring the other one in. So really good posture, especially when you're starting an exercise. And then you think about maintaining it throughout the exercise. So you want to keep both those sit bones down on the floor as you fold down. and then walk it back up. Send that leg out. Arms out in front, seesaw forward, your spine is nice and long. And then seesaw back. You're not collapsing that low back, you're drawing the belly in. And then bring it forward. And this time when we go back, we're going all the way back, round, flex the spine. Tuck that pelvis under, come down slowly. Send the arms back. Point the toes. Now let's bring the arms forward, so they're just resting on the floor. Step your feet in. So you've just got sort of a medium bend in the leg. And you're gonna take your right knee, cross it over the left one. You're gonna send the knees slowly towards the right side of the room, not all the way. Just find a good spot where you feel a nice stretch over the hip. And then send your left arm out and up and back. So your left chest is pointing straight up to the ceiling. Now bring the arm straight up and send it out at a 45-degree angle. Use that right leg to get your left knee a little closer to the floor, enhancing that stretch over the left hip. Then bring the arm in, bring the knees back up, uncross them, and then the left knee goes over the right. Send them down towards the left side of the room. Right arm goes up and back. So you're using your left leg now to guide the right knee just above the floor if you get there. Then the arm's going to come back out, change up the angle. A little bit more out to the side. Okay, bring the arm in, bring the knees back up, uncross them. We're going to meet in a happy baby stretch. So feet come off the floor, grab hold of the outsides, heels to the ceiling, and knees pulling towards the floor. Okay, let's send the legs straight up to the ceiling. So flex your feet. Let's get the heels over the hips and then open the legs nice and wide and just sort of let gravity take over here. Hold the feet where they are. Now let's make field goal posts with our arms. So take a peek on each side, try to get the elbow and the shoulder at the same height. And position yourself nice and flat on the shoulder blades. Now you're going to lift the back of the hands off the floor. And you're also at the same time going to bring your feet together. Let the hands push towards the floor, but don't let the shoulders come up. And then send them both out and back. And do it again slowly. So 3 or 4 counts to come up and in. And 3 or 4 counts to go back and out. This is more rehab than anything for your shoulders. Nice little activation for the inner thighs. Let's do one more. Now, hold your feet together up there. Send the arms back So the back of the hands are now down on the floor, but your feet are together. Slide the palms and arms along the floor. And see if you can make a connection back there with your hands. Don't force anything, just go where it feels good. It's a nice little stretch for your arms and the back of the shoulders. Send the arms back to your starting point. We're gonna do that 2 more times, nice and slowly. Keep your legs working straight. Send the arms back. You have 1 more. Nice, now bring your arms by your side down on the floor, so they're just resting. You're gonna send the right leg just above the floor. Keep it nice and long and tilt your pelvis up when you do it. So you feel that low back press into the floor and you're drawing the stomach in. Go down in slow motion. We're only doing this once, make it great. Come up nice and slowly. And then switch to the other leg. You're pushing the heel out and you're keeping the foot flexed. Tilt the pelvis up. Draw the belly down. I'm still working my way down. That's how slowly I'm going. Once you're down there, start to come up just as slow. Okay, bring both knees into the chest and make big circles. We're gonna do some 90-90 stretching. So you're just getting these hips ready. Change your direction. Okay, now rock and roll yourself up. You're gonna scoot all the way over to the right side of the mat. Give me 90-90 in both legs. Now, post that right hand just outside, trying to keep your torso over the mat as you walk out, baby steps forward, keeping the spine nice and long. When you've gone as far as you can go, hold there just for a few breaths. Now slowly come back up. This time, to progress the move, if you can, bring your hands to heart, lean over the leg with your spine nice and long. Hold for a few breaths when you can't go any further. Slowly bring it back up. Now you're going to post both hands behind your hips. Lift your left knee up slowly till you're flat on that left foot. Just hold here. Try to open it a little more. And now slowly lower it down. We're going to lean forward over that leg with your hands out in front. Lift and lower that back foot up and down 10 times. Nice. Now scoot that leg forward, switch sides. So you're moving over to the left side. 90-90. Use that left hand first to post. Get your body staying over the mat as best you can. Then we're going to take baby steps with the hands walking out. Fingertips only if you've got it. Hang out and breathe. Baby steps back. Adding on, hands to heart. Lean over that leg, spine stays long. When there's nowhere to go, hold and breathe. Come back up. Close the hands behind you, lift that right knee up. Try to lift it so high that you're flat on that foot. Lower it down slowly. Send the arms back out in front, lean in. Up and down with your back foot. Nice. Send this right leg forward. We're gonna open the legs nice and wide. Flex your feet. Sit up with your spine nice and long. Take the legs out as far as you can get them. Of course, where you feel safe and stable, you always have to keep that in mind, right? Okay, slowly walk forward. When you feel those inner thighs getting a stretch, as soon as you do, hold on that spot. Give yourself a chance to take some nice deep breaths. Now inch the palms a little further. Keep taking those big deep breaths. I'd like your feet to remain flexed and your toes pointing up to the ceiling. Try to go a little further. It's not about forcing. It's about exploring what you can handle, what's just a little too intense, then you back off. Maybe try again to go out a little. Let's see if we can just put the forearms down on the floor. Spine is flexed, head is just chilling out. Nice deep breathing. And now walk it back up. Bring those legs together, shake it out. Step your left foot in, right foot in, send those hands behind you so you can get up onto your tippy toes. And now come to a nice straight leg, let your head go. You're gonna roll yourself up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Big deep breath. And I thank you so much for your power and strength. Woohoo! We did it. Hello.